Demonstration on a C-Class. For intended purposes, I'm going to be speaking about a C-Class in general. This is a C250. I tried to look for a C350, but there was one outside anyway. I got this one here. So this is a model that's been in existence since 2008. It got a refresh in 2010. Over 2,000 parts have been changed on this car. From front bumper to the rear bumper. Major differences from the outside view. You'll take a look at the front, which has a redesigned bumper, redesigned headlights, an aluminum hood, redesigned wheels, redesigned back paint with a rear diffuser, redesigned LED lights in the back. So that's basically what you've had for changes on the outside. If you take a look at the car itself, it's got an active look to it. You'll see there's two companies, there's two manufacturers that will give you that kind of feeling. You'll get Mercedes and you'll get BMW. When you look at this car, it seems that it's moving and it's not. Just by the lines, sweeping lines of the car, the fact that it's very streamlined, very low coefficient drag. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to talk about a little bit of the exterior, handling and braking, and little examples of the technology that this vehicle can give you. We'll start with the front. You'll notice that there's four-wheel disc brakes, but one special feature that this car has, it's got cross-drilled brakes. And there's a good reason for that. When you brake, if your rotors aren't cross-drilled, they'll tend to warm up. And the more they get hot, the less they're efficient. So the more heat that you can get out of them, the better you'll be able to brake. Well, this car has that. And if you'll notice, it's really rare. If you look at our competitors, not everybody has cross-drilled rotors. So you've got that. You've got wheels ranging from 16-inch to 19-inch, whether it's a C250 4-cylinder base model, or you can go up to C63. So your wheel packages are really fun. You've got a lot of options. You have a system in here which is called agility suspension control. And what that does is each wheel, independent, has a damping system on it. And what that does, when you're traveling on the highway and you hit a rough patch, your wheel will always remain on the road, whether it's rough or soft, or not soft, but I mean smooth. And what that does, if ever you've been in a car and you've been in a rough patch, the more that it shakes, the more unstable the car gets. Well, by having these damping systems on each wheel independent, you'll get a lot more stable. So this car has that. You also have all the anti-lock braking systems. You've got the anti-skid. You've got the acceleration acceleration. Basically, when you're pressing on the gas and you're moving forward, it doesn't slip. It's going to give you the maximum traction for the maximum power. So that's what we have for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the hood and I'm going to talk a little bit about engines. The C-Class in itself has five engines. You've got the base 4-cylinder engine, which is a first for Mercedes-Benz. 4-cylinder turbo, 1.8 liter. It's not very popular here in Quebec because it is a rear-wheel drive car. It's more popular in the States. Here, you'll get the V6, 2.5 liter, 201 horsepower, which this one has. You've got another engine, which is a 3 liter, 228 horsepower, which is a good combination that you could have because the vehicle is 4-wheel drive. So obviously you've got a lot of power that you need to propel this car. And when you've got a 250, not that it's anemic, but you want to have that extra power. And the 300 really does the job. And then you've got the 3.5 liter V6, which is 301 horsepower. And then you've got the C63, which is an AMG engine, which is a lot more powerful, but only rear-wheel drive. So for all intents and purposes, these are your four engines that you have. You've got an aluminum hood, which will decrease the weight, and you've got, if you look at the vehicle itself, you've got a lot of rubber around. So what happens when you're traveling on the highway, it really reduces all the noise that you'll get, and that noise is not being transferred into the cabin. This rubber that I'm talking about is this one here, all around. You've got rubber here, you've got rubber right here, you've got rubber here. So if you look at our competitors, you'll see that the fit and finish on this car is really marvelous. That's for the engine. Now I'm going to talk to you about a few, the hood can open up. So if you have access to it and you need to work, it's very simple. The only vehicle that does this in all cars, Mercedes has it. I'll close this. Is there any questions here?
No, keep going, good job.
I'm going to talk to you about a few safety features that this vehicle has. You've got 5 basic safety features that a C-Class has. The number one, which is standard on all cars, is attention assist. Attention assist will present you a little coffee cup in your lane display, and what that does is it's going to see the way you drive, it's going to see the way you position your hands, the way you touch your buttons, and if ever it sees or notices that you're doing something wrong, the vehicle will give you a beep and will tell you drowsiness. So this is standard on all cars, okay? Number two, you have unbelievable wipers. If you notice, there is no metal on them. They're very aerodynamic, they're very quiet, and what's good about them is that no matter what speed you're going, they will clean your whole window. And another special feature about these wipers is that if you take a look at this wiper here, it doesn't do like all cars, just one simple sweep. It will go up and turn down. The wiper arm, what it does, the advantage it has is that it really cleans your windshield from one end to another, really all to the maximum on both ends. So it gives you a really clean windshield. Number two, you've got a heated windshield washer system. Advantage is, if ever you travel at 1 or 2 degrees and it rains or it drizzles, how many times have people seen ice on your windshield? Well, you activate that, and it's going to melt your windshield. It's going to melt the ice on the windshield. Number three, wiper sensors. Never have to worry about cleaning your windows. It will do it, your windshield, it will do it automatically. So these are 3 special features that this car has. Some more safety features. You've got blind spot assist. Blind spot assist, what it does, there's a little diamond that it's not available on a C250, but it's available on a car that's a 300 or a 350. And what you have is if somebody's in your blind spot, it's going to be yellow. And if you decide to turn, there's going to be a beep that's going to be inside the car, warning you that somebody's in your blind spot. Wonderful safety feature. Lane keeping assist. The same thing. If you're driving on the highway and you decide to turn, your car will warn you that you're crossing your lane. And it's gonna beep and it's gonna shake your steering, thereby bringing you back into, and you're gonna have to bring it back into the lane. Number 3, adaptive high beam. What this does is if you have your high beams on, okay, and you're traveling on the highway, pitch dark road, if a car comes towards you, the high beams will come down. Car passes you, will come back on. Wonderful safety feature, wonderful. You have Partronic sensors, front and back. So when you're parking, you never damage anything. And you have your sensors, which are not on this car again, it's available, but usually your sensors are right here for the front and in the back, in the roof liner in the back for the rear. bucks. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the interior of this vehicle. The interior is where really Mercedes-Benz engineers really put the pen to the paper. Due to few complaints that they've had since 2008, they found that the vehicle was a little bit low rent compared to what you were supposed to buy in this class. So what they did is they re-engineered the whole interior. They've changed the materials. They've added a screen in your dashboard. They've added navigation. They've added softer materials for your dashboard. A wonderful steering. 12-button multifunction steering. They've added a center controller. You've got Bluetooth capability that is standard. You've got a USB connectivity that is standard. You also have automatic headlights. You also have, let me open this right here. You've got split seats in the back. You have folding mirrors. You've got heated mirrors. You've got express windows going down and going up. Standard. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that the way they've made the Star is worthy of the three-pointed star. It's a car that is wonderfully fit and finished with loads of technology, and if you can spend the time with your customer and show it to them, they'll appreciate what they're buying. And they won't negotiate the price as much, and they'll appreciate what they're getting. So that's it, boys.